Okay, so today we're going to go over how to fill out this outline. Now, like I had said before, the formatting is weird for this, so you're probably just going to want to copy and paste it into your own document, which is what I did, and then you can start working from there. Um, Now, I had also mentioned however you want to organize your essay. I had given you two different ways you could do it if you wanted to, or you could do your own. I had talked about you could organize your paragraphs by tragic hero characteristic, or you could organize your paragraphs by similarities and differences. Now, what I've decided to do for my example, is I'm going to organize them by tragic hero characteristic. Now, whenever you're working on writing and whenever you're working on brainstorming, it's not always linear. So even though it has this outline split up, like you have your introduction paragraph first, and then you have your body paragraphs with your main ideas, and then finally, last, you have your conclusion paragraph, that might not always be how you work on this, and that's fine. For example, what I would like to do first for mine is I would like to go ahead and write my three main ideas first, and then I'll go back and figure out what I want to do for my thesis statement. And then after I do that, I'll go back to my main ideas and I'll fill in my specific textual evidence. So again, I'm going to go with my examples of Romeo from Romeo and Juliet and Okonkwo from Things Fall Apart. So for my first main idea, I think I'm going to talk about their social stature. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to talk about how I'm just going to talk about similarities really for this one. I had said that sometimes you may mention both similarities and differences. Sometimes you may just talk about one, and that's fine. Okay. So, for my main idea 2, I'm going to talk about their tragic flaw. And then my main idea 3, I'm going to talk about their disastrous end. Now, I had also mentioned in my directions that you might only have 2 points. And again, that's fine. I would say you probably don't want to have less than 2 because then you're not going to have enough textual evidence. And you probably don't want to do more than 3. I think when you get into 4, 5, 6, whatever, that you're just trying to do too much and you can't really go into enough detail for this word count. You only have 1,000 to 1,500 words. I know that sounds like a lot, but when you start typing this and including your textual evidence, it's really not that much. So I have my 3 main ideas I'm going to talk about. So now I'm going to get into writing my thesis statement. So I hope everybody looked at those websites that I talked about and looked at tips for how to write a thesis statement, looked at the Schmoop video, how to write a good thesis statement. You want to make sure that for the word count for this essay, you really only need to do 1 sentence. So you need to do 1 concise, specific sentence. This sentence is going to be the last sentence of your first paragraph, and this is where you're going to be telling me your topic. I also want to say again, nowhere in this paper should you have first person. So I don't want to see I anywhere. So I don't want to see I think this, I'm going to write about, my essay will be about. I don't want to see any of those things. So let's get to working on the thesis statement.